Once again, I'm on top of the MT. Hi, I'm Russ. I'm rebuilding a 1977 Mobile Traveler motorhome. And this is all about the MT and me. Another cold front came through last night. And in the Mid-South, when you get a cold front in the middle of December, that means stormy weather. A lot of rain, a lot of wind. In fact, there were some pretty bad tornadoes up in the northeastern part of the state. Here in the southeast last night, we just got windy. A little bit of wind damage and plenty of rain. Now, as far as its effect on the MT, it means that my tarp is soaked once again. Everything under the tarp is soaked once again. And although I haven't even looked inside yet, I can guarantee there's a lot of water that's leaked inside her as well. So, I'm tired of the fight. Today, everything is coming off the top because it seems like everything we put on her has just made the problem worse. The water collects and it has no place to go. So I'm taking off the tarp, the plastic, the bamboo, everything, and then we'll worry about getting the leaks taken care of from the inside out. I've been saying all along that the problem with water pooling up underneath this tarp and the plastic and everything else, I'm standing here now actually between the rungs of the bamboo frame, and I'm almost up to my ankle in ice cold water on this foot. It has my entire shoe covered. And it is cold. Trust me. So, I think it's the right choice. Get this tarp, plastic, everything off the top of the MT so that it'll have a chance to dry out. Then, maybe, we can do something about the leaks from the inside. For now, let's see if we can get this tarp off of here. It's nice and windy today, so hopefully that wind will help me do it. I'm gonna try and get a shot on my phone about how much water's up here. Yeah, I think so.
Timber.
Need a broom. So now that the plastic, the bamboo, the tarp is all off, basically right down the middle of it up here, it's a good 2 inches of water. Until I get up here and actually step in it, you're not going to be able to tell how deep it is. Like I said, the water is 1.5 inches, 2 inches deep here. So all I know to do is just try to sweep off what I can. All right, so I'm not saying water still won't pool up here, but at least now it'll be able to dry. I've got a feeling that having the tarp and the plastic on it really just showed us how much water would be pooling on top of it normally, because it didn't have any place to go. It couldn't evaporate, it couldn't run off. So now, we're back to a bare top. Hopefully that water can run off, can evaporate, wind blow it off. Birds drink it. I don't care where it goes as long as it doesn't stay on top of my motorhome. And if it gets dry enough, then we'll be able to get inside and do some sealing, especially along, I mentioned these two seams here that go the length of the top of the MT. They go from front to back, and that's where a lot of the water's seeping through, I think, and especially when it would just pond up and puddle there, naturally it's going to seep through anywhere it can. So getting those sealed up from the inside, I think, will help to prevent that, and maybe keep our moisture out of the interior so that we can actually do something in there eventually. Now, if you notice a little shakiness in this video, it's because Ree's holding the camera, and it's about 50 out here with a wind chill of 10. So she's getting cold. I'm pretty cold standing up here with wet feet on top of this motorhome. She just offered me hot chocolate. That sounds good, sweetheart. I'm on my way down, and we'll go from there. Whew. Okay. I don't know. I think I'll see if I can hang the tarp over the clothesline and give it a chance to dry out, because that will allow air to get to both sides of it with it hanging there. Otherwise, I don't really have any place to spread it out except in the yard, and this time of the year it's never going to get dry sitting in the yard like that. Whew. It is a ball of cold, wet plastic is what it is. Now, I'm going to see about doing that tarp. After getting everything off the top of the MT, one thing, it's a lot brighter in here now as we get around and look at it on the next day. I've still got some water seeping through because I didn't get it all off the top. However, now I'm almost certain that it is indeed these seams that are running up and down the top, down each side, that are leaking. They are right here and here. And as I look at where my water's coming through, I'm pretty sure that's where it's all seeping in. So the plan continues to be get as much of this sprayed insulation down as we can, get down to the bare aluminum roof, and spray seal or flex seal or do some kind of sealing along those seams in order to try and keep the moisture out. That's going to be the next step. And we'll just take it from there. If it needs additional sealing, maybe on the top, on the outside, we'll try that too. But for the time being, I'm going to stick with working on the inside. Now that I've got everything off the roof, water shouldn't pool up on the roof as badly. You can see from in here part of the reason why it's pooling up. The aluminum itself is sagging. See, I can push up on it right here. Push up on the entire roof. So I've got concave areas where the water pools up, and it comes through these seams as it just sits there. Having the tarp and the plastic up there was only adding to the fact that the water pooled and had no place to go. With them gone, maybe it can evaporate or run off a little bit more. It's certainly going to be a lot easier to keep it clean. And hopefully that will translate to keeping it drier so that I can fix it from the inside, seal those leaks up, and then we can think about getting to work on some serious remodeling on the interior. That is, after all, the ultimate goal. Probably going to be next year before we get started on that. But then again, next year is only a few weeks away. So that's where we stand with the MT. Once again, the roof is bare on the outside. Still got some leaks, but I've got a plan, and we'll see how that works out to seal it up. In the meantime, I still have work to do on Yule gifts because we are closer and closer to the actual holiday coming up. And every year reassigns one gift in particular for me to be responsible for. I'm about 2/3 of the way through it, so I've got my work cut out for me. I also have to help her on one of the big gifts that we're working on too. But first, I've got to go to the store, get some stain and a few other things. So, thank you for watching this week. Please give us a thumbs up, like, and share this video. Help us out with our YouTube numbers. If you haven't subscribed, we're waiting on you to do so. Thanks as always for joining us. I'm Russ. Ree is behind the camera again, and we'll talk later.
What color are you getting?
Brown? It's American walnut.
American walnut. Okay.
And it is brown. Kinda.